Hey guys, MW3 here bringing you some free-for-all gameplay on the map, lockdown using the PP90 here with the thermal sight, and a couple of you might actually recognize this gameplay. This was the first video that I ever uploaded. This was before the FMG9 patch, as you can see right there. These things are completely freaking accurate in the prime of their glory, but, this is my first video, so it doesn't really matter. I want to post this just to continue my series about how to win in free-for-all. And something's changed in Modern Warfare 3. It's not like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, where playing defensive was the best way to go. I say that aggressive gameplay is where it's at in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, you can just jump down and destroy people. And a lot of that has to do with the spawns in free-for-all. The spawns in FFA and Modern Warfare 3 changed because in Modern Warfare 3, what happens is they're so revenge spawn based that you'll just constantly be killing the same people, and if you stay in one spot, at some point they're going to end up behind you and they're going to kill you like that. So, honestly, I'd say that playing aggressive is in your best interest. Trying to play defensive is not going to help you win at all. Because if you do try to play defensive, you're just going to end up in situations like he was, where he ends up moving because he wasn't getting any action, and when he does get action, it comes from behind him and he dies. So, like that right there, I was trying to play defensive and sit down in the hallway, and it just doesn't work out. But the thing that really changed Free For All in Modern Warfare 3 was the Specialist package, in my opinion. With the addition of the Specialist package, what has happened is it allows me to be more confident in my ability to run around and kill people, because I'll have the advantage over them with multiple perks that they don't have. And because of that, I can play aggressive and I can win almost every one of my gunfights if I keep control the engagement just a little bit and do stuff like that. Now, I will admit, though, the FMG9s definitely did not hinder my performance at all in this game. They're at the prime of their glory, so they're just going to destroy it at this point in the game. And when you're playing on lockdown, one of the things that I've figured out is that this part of the map right here is where the action occurs, no matter how you play the game. This game actually has quite a bit of frame skipping going on. I didn't recognize that when I originally uploaded it, but you'll find that the game will skip a lot of frames in this place because there's just so much going on in one area, and that's one of the things Modern Warfare 3 really didn't get downright is because it just doesn't work. There's just so much frame skipping that occurs that it causes your guns to shoot slower due to a glitch in the game code, and it makes it so that you're less lethal in a lot of situations, and it doesn't condone itself to a very good free-for-all atmosphere, in my opinion. I think Modern Warfare 3 kind of ruined the whole free-for-all idea due to the fact that yes, you can run around more effective, which is great. Being able to run around and play aggressive is a good thing. But what does happen is you'll have people who will play defensive and sit in corners, which has always happened in free-for-all. But because the action is so centralized on one part of the map, if you try to play defensive in any other part of the map and overlook one of the positions where the action comes, you'll end up getting revenge spawned. And because of that, I don't play too much free for all in Modern Warfare 3. I think I've played all of 2 matches after this gameplay went down, and so overall, though, thermal sight is a good attachment. I wouldn't recommend it though after playing with it more on different weapons. The PP90 is an exception because it has very low view kick and very high gun kick. So it really PP90 and L86 are the 2 weapons that really shine with the thermal scope. MK46 is similar, but I don't think it's quite as good. Um, a weapon that the thermal sight is actually pretty bad on is the ACR. You try to put the thermal sight on the ACR, and it just goes all over the place for whatever reason. Even with kick, I wouldn't recommend it on a weapon like the ACR. Assault rifles don't actually benefit much from the thermal sight because they have very low gun kick and a lot of view kick, which means that while the thermal sight does help a little bit with the gun kick, which is how your gun bounces around on screen, it doesn't help with the view kick, which is how your aim goes up. A weapon that'd be really good with a thermal, if you could have it, would be the FMG9 because it has absolutely zero gun kick. It just simply moves the screen up on you, which means that you can leverage that to your advantage. Ooh, nice kill with the bouncing Betty. Which is why it would be very effective because it just goes straight up, and with thermal sight, it'd have almost no recoil, and that just make it a very powerful weapon. Oh, even more powerful than it is already. Now, as far as secondary weapons in free-for-all, just go with the FMG9s. There really isn't anything else that's going to help you. Using a Stinger in free-for-all is just pointless. There's not that much air support that goes up anyways. Trying to use a pistol in this game, and in any of the Call of Duties besides Modern Warfare 2, I'll say, is just going to get you killed. The pistols really have gone down in their on their performance since the World at War and Modern Warfare 2 because they just seem to just constantly keep decreasing the damage, and I don't understand that. This is something that's always confused me, is why developers have to make the pistols so bad and yet make another secondary weapon like FMG9 or MP9 that completely outclass them in every way. Even the G18 is better than any of the handguns in this game, and that just confuses me. If there's one thing I like in Black Ops 2, it's powerful pistols. That's the one thing that's been just missing since Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 2, any handgun you pulled out could get a 2-hit kill with stopping power, and that was good. It needed it. The handguns were already outclassed by weapons like the G18 and M93 Rafika, but they could still hold their own if you slapped stopping power on them because you could get a 2-hit kill with a fast draw time. But considering that every other weapon in this game shoots kills in 3 bullets, and the handguns are the exact same way, there's no advantage using a handgun in this game. So a 2-hit kill with a handgun is almost necessary for them to be effective, which is unfortunate because I've heard people complaining that pistols were overpowered in Modern Warfare 2 and World at War, when they really weren't. They were useful up close and as a last-ditch resort weapon, but because they had such low ammo capacity, they really didn't benefit that much from any other perks than stopping power, because you put scavenger on it and you're just wasting a perk, as you're not going to be able to get that many kills without dying with it. And they didn't benefit at all from Sleight of Hand Pro, so they also had very fast reloads, so no first tier perk really gave it that much of an advantage. But the gameplay is winding down. I think it ends up being a 30 and 11. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my first gameplay over again. I'm MW3, I'm signing out. Catch you guys in my next video.